Hey, how's it going, Edgardo? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Thanks for trying out the site auditor. I hope you got some insight out of that. I wanted to follow up here with a video analysis of your website and to provide further insight as a search marketer in terms of what's been working for you and what we need to do to improve your rankings and how we would go about doing that if we were to work on this project together. All right, so without further ado, let me get started. The first thing I did was I pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a website. Right off the bat, I know that your website was made about, I think was established last year. The issue that we're running into right off the bat is you just don't have a lot of referring domains or backlinks. This is a very, very integral part of ranking for all the keywords we want to rank for because these number of backlinks from referring domains pointing back to your website is a part of how authoritative your website is seen in Google's eyes, and that in turn affects how quickly you rank for the keywords you want to rank for and how highly you rank for them. Now, there's other nuances behind that, but authority is a big part of Google's algorithm. And so, in case you didn't know what a backlink and referring domain is, it's basically any website out there on the internet that links back to your website via a hyperlink. And so if, for example, there is a blog out there that's called the aircompressorblog.com, and they mention your blog, they mention your website in a new blog post, and they say, hey, if you're looking for the best air compressors, check out Atlas, Co, Atlas copcodirect.com. And if the person clicked on it, it would take them directly to your website. And so the fact that you don't have any referring domains or backlinks is going to make it extremely difficult for you to rank for any of the keywords you want to go after. Unless the competition is virtually nothing, you're just not going to be able to rank your website if you don't have any of these backlinks pointing back to your website. So nowadays, it's not enough to just build up a website and make it nice and pretty and look good and professional. There's so many other things that you have to do with the website in terms of SEO to make it actually rank. Now, if there was no competition, you would have a lot more like organic traffic, organic keywords right here. But the fact that there's for competition for things like air compressors and air treatment, all this kind of things, you just really need to really build the authority on your website because the competition out there is really, really tough. And we need to make sure that in order for you to start competing at that level, to really start capturing more and more of these backlinks to build the authority. All right. So let's go, and what I did was I actually typed an air compressor into our little keyword research tool. It allows us to look at some of the metrics on it as well as some other keywords related to it. And you can see right here that the keyword air compressor actually gets 81,000 searches per month, which is, I'm telling you, a ridiculous amount of searches per month. If you ever claim the first page for this keyword, you are going to be set. I'm talking, you're going to have more sales and just more sales in general than you know what to do with, just because it's going to be ridiculous. As long as the website even looks halfway decent, you're just going to get a ton of people that are going to start purchasing through your website. And so that's a great a great keyword to rank for. It's just, it's very difficult. You're competing with people like these guys, aircompressorsdirect.com. And these guys are legit. They're big. I looked into their research right now. Look how many referring domains and backlinks they have. Right, they have 1,000 referring websites, 31,000 backlinks. And look how much traffic they're getting. They're getting at least 51,000 people, 51,500 people per month visiting their website. And check this out. Do you see PPC 22.6K? They're literally spending at least $23,000 a month purely in paid ads. So this is just one of those industries where it makes sense to run paid ads, as you can see, because there's no way they're just pissing this down the drain, right? That's $22,000 every month. They're making some kind of return on that, and it just goes to show you just how much potential is out there, because there are companies out there that are literally spending multiple six figures a year on ads. And that's not even regarding their SEO, and they're killing it in SEO, as you can see through the organic traffic. This PPC has nothing to do with your organic. This organic is just what they're getting naturally for all the keywords they naturally rank for. So you can see how their metric is just off the charts compared to yours, and that's the kind of key players that you're playing against when it comes to this space. So what's actually another way for us to rank you for some of the keywords that are relevant to the product and services that you provide is to actually go after what we call long tail keywords in the search and marketing world. Basically, what that means is there's so many different phrases and ways that people word certain things in their mind that are similar to the main thing, which is air compressors in this instance, that are maybe more specific or maybe a variation of it or a certain brand that that get a decent amount of search volume still, but have very low competition because there's a ton of SEO companies that have made their client website or their own website rank for the keyword air compressor, but there's not as much competition for some of the longer tail keywords. So let me show you an example of that. Can you see right off the bat right here, air compressor parts? It still gets 10,000 searches per month, but it's got a keyword difficulty of 6 as opposed to 12. So it's, I mean, it's not necessarily like half the difficulty, but anything below 10 is we can rank very quickly for. And the fact that this actually still has a 10,000 searches per month with 6 keyword difficulty, there's absolutely something that we want to capture and go after. That way, when we hash out a keyword set, we want to go after while in the process of going after this keyword, because it's going to take time for us to rank you for this because there's just a lot of competition out there for this, we can start ranking you a lot quicker for some of these longer tail keywords. So if we were to come up with that keyword set, like I'd come up with some main ones like air compressor, maybe air compressors, you know, claim the plural of that word, and then we could just kind of go down the list and see like, okay, so we got Dual air compressor, right? That's a kind of it's a brand of air compressor that has 6,200 searches per month with just one keyword difficulty. It's not so much serious. Campbell Hosfield air compressor, just another brand that we can rank for, and that kind of thing. That way, you're almost like working around your competition than directly at them, right? Because we can absolutely rank you for all these different keywords a lot quicker than for some of the harder ones that everyone else is optimized for. I hope that understands. I hope you understand and that makes sense to you. But it's a very key integral of our SEO methodology, especially for national keywords, because a lot of times people come to us and they say, hey, I want to rank for some big keywords, right, that have hundreds of thousands of searches per month and has ridiculous competition. And we tell them, hey, you know what? We can absolutely rank you for these keywords. But you have 2 years of SEO budget that you can set aside before you see some kind of return on your investment. And everyone just kind of freaks out and they say, whoa, I'm paying you for SEO for 2 years and you don't know if you can guarantee me within those 2 years if we can rank you for these kind of keywords. And we're like, yeah, this is how Google's algorithm works, right? The reason being is when someone it's because it's kind of like a winner take all situation in Google's search engine right now. What happens is when someone searches up a query into Google, such as air compressor, the majority of the people, almost 95 to 99% of the people, are going to stay on the first page. No one's going to ever hit the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth page when they search for that keyword. So when we try and rank a new keyword for a client, and they're hanging out right now on the 10th page, and there's that much competition, there's literally 100 people in front of them that rank before them, it takes us a long period of time to be able to outrank them over that period of time. We can do that because we're a better SEO company than almost any other SEO company out there, but it's just one of those things that we have to continue to put time, energy, and effort in these backlinks and things like that over time to build the authority on the website and to start picking up rankings over that period of time, as opposed to if we were to take a keyword from the second page to the first page. And that's exactly what happens when we start going after these main keywords, because you don't see any results for the first long period of time that you're not on the first page. But the moment that you hit that first page, it's like boom, you suddenly get an influx of traffic. And the higher you rank in that first page, as long as when you go from like 10th to the 9th to 8th, you're just going to get huge amounts of traffic as we go along, because that's essentially how Google's algorithm works. The top spot usually gets about 40 to 60% of the search volume, and then the second spot gets like 30 to 35 to 40, and then it just kind of trickles down so that the 10th spot, even on the first page, only gets like 5 to 10% of the actual traffic. And so it's so important that we actually rank you for the first page because that's when you start seeing results. And that's why our methodologies are surrounded by things like this, where we actually try and rank you quicker for these longer tail keywords, because we know that's where the when we can get your results a lot quicker. And then you can see a positive ROI in the meantime of us trying to rank you for those main larger competitive keywords, right? And so this has worked really extremely well for our current clients and our previous clients, and they've been very happy with the way we've been doing this, and we know this is the kind of thing that would work very well for your website as well. The good news is that your website is over a year, which means that it's not going to run into any new website penalties or issues. It's just right now there's just no authority. There's virtually no authority, and that's why you're just not ranking, and there's just no traffic going to your website right now. And that's the kind of thing that we'd have to look into. I haven't even gone into on-page SEO, but this video is already past 10 minutes, so I'll wrap it up here. If there's anything else you want to talk about, I can absolutely do that with you over the phone or email, because I'll attach my phone number at the end of the email, and we can just kind of go from there. All right, love to just kind of chat with you further about like what you're looking to do with the website, what kind of keywords you really want to rank for, what your time frame is, what your marketing budget, and then hash out a plan of attack and get going. So I appreciate it, Edgardo, and look forward to talking to you soon. All right, take care.